Hi everyone, so I thought I'd just do a really quick video. Obviously day 3 we finished up with the, what did we do, the Tower of London and the London Eye. Yesterday we literally just took a little bit of time out. We actually just went to White City, where the Westfield is, Westfield London as they call it, and literally just did a little bit of shopping. And then we did nothing else actually, and then we just went to the pub like you do in London. So today we've actually moved from the apex city of London and we're now in the Novotel London West. So we've officially started our Cosmos 18-day tour, which is today in London. Tomorrow we're still here in London, and then on Monday we start the tour where we actually head off to Stonehenge, and I think for the night we end up staying in Plymouth. So there'll be more videos coming. Tomorrow probably won't record as well, so day 4 and 5 will technically be down days. So the next video that'll come on in a couple of days will be the start of this grand tour that we're on. So so far, we've done a couple of tours that we like we did the Jack the Ripper tour, which we really couldn't record unfortunately, which was quite interesting. It's definitely the history behind the murders for Jack the Ripper was pretty incredible actually. So what I might do is, once we actually finish the tours and that sort of thing, the 5-hour walking tour that we did, we would definitely highly recommend anybody coming to London to do the particular tour that we did. The guide that we had was amazing. Wasn't so sure when we first met him, but when he got started on that tour, it's like he just became a whole different person. Same with the Jack the Ripper tour, the young lady that did that tour for us. Yeah, definitely probably end up on the West End doing some theatre or something. So sorry, Jude is here, and if I move my head, there she is. She's over there. She's trying not to be seen in the video because she's not got her scarf on. So she's putting her scarf on, and now she'll come and say hello, that she's got her scarf on.
Hi everyone.
So yeah, so tonight we're having a quiet night, but weirdly so, we're actually in London and England are playing,
I don't know.
The Netherlands? I don't know, they're playing someone in the football at 5 o'clock today, so literally in an hour and a bit they will be watching soccer and probably hearing out our window here just ridiculous amount of screaming from these English people that seems that everybody over here is a football fan, which is incredible. I wish we were here at a different time of the year only to see potentially an EPL game or whatnot, but yeah, like even watching last night when we were at the hotel, we had a couple of drinks and just sat in the local bar, which is right next to our hotel, and it was Germany and Spain that were playing, and Spain won it. But the funny thing was, all the people that were cheered at any goal, so they didn't really care who was who. So it's amazing. Look, the atmosphere over here has been fantastic so far, and you meet a lot of people from London, the guys with the Cockney accent and that. Like our black taxi driver today was absolutely amazing. He was brilliant. Jude just yabbered the whole time with him, talking about anything and everything. But like every country, you are going to get those arrogant, snotty people that seem to think that they're better than everybody else as well. Today we did actually walk down Portobello Road, but weather wasn't really favourable for getting my phone out and doing any recording, unfortunately, because it's been pretty crappy weather today. So the showers have been on and off. So we did go to White City and then went, ooh, there's a Highland store that sells Scottish clothing on Portobello Road, and it wasn't until we got there that we realised that there were Portobello markets right down Portobello Road. So
if anyone wants to know what Portobello Road is, if you ever watched Julie Andrews in Mary Poppins, Portobello Road, that's what they talk about. So it's pretty iconic. It was actually really crowded, but really cool to walk down there as well. People, if you don't get out of their way, they literally push you out of the way. So it's very interesting that way. Beautiful pastries that you would see there. Lots of trinkets you could buy. The Highland stall, as you know, want to go to Scotland. They only had 2 items of the Elliot clan, and those 2 items I already have. So I'm hoping when I get to Scotland, I can actually get the skirt that I'm looking for, or get it made. So it's really important there. We went past a place called Holland Park. It was a whole row of these beautiful buildings, and the interesting thing is it's iconic for me because there's a show that my mum and I used to watch together called As Time Goes By. So it's an English show, and with Lionel and Jean, and I actually saw where they used to film. So that was really special for me, and I knew Mum would be with me. You know, last night I actually had my very first dream with Mum, and suffice to say, we just hugged each other and I felt everything. So I know she's here with me, which is really, really great. In Portobello Road, she would have loved as well. It's just, as I said, the history here is great, and you know, there are few people that aren't very, you know, courteous. I'll put courteous. You know, the older Londoners, they are absolutely awesome, and you know, you can have a good talk with them, a drink with them. Old pubs here are great, and yeah, it's a great time. But I'll let Darren finish by now. I'll see you tomorrow.
Jude's literally just laying on the bed directly beside me. It sounds like she just went to the shops or something, but no, she's literally just there. See, like if I just do that, there she is.
Reading a book.
Reading a book called The Six Wives. So yeah, so look, tomorrow, not much planned for tomorrow, so we will catch you again in a couple of days when we start off at Stonehenge, which is something that, you know, we're really looking forward to seeing. Hopefully they got all that idiotic chalk dust off it from the protesters that was here a few weeks ago. And you just remembered something else.
Jack the Ripper. Everyone's going to ask me, did I get anything about Jack the Ripper, who he was, yada, yada, yada. No, I didn't get much. They're only at one, and it was Catherine Eddowes, who was the fourth victim of Jack the Ripper. I just felt a little bit of fear and, you know, unsteadiness. That's about it. But they did talk about the different suspects. As Darren said, the young girl was absolutely fantastic, and she probably is doing a course, a musical theatre or acting course as well. But it was really, really great. So they went through and told you a little bit more about things. And what she said was that the FBI came in and they actually did a profile on this Jack the Ripper. And they said that this person was middle-aged, had black hair, moustache, was socially awkward, would have had a stutter, and would have been abused as a child. So that's as far as that they got there too. So, but there are suspects that they had. I did get a really strong feeling with one suspect, and of course, I can't prove it, of course. And in the last, you know, over 100 years, you know, I'm sure people like myself have tried without success. But you know, it was one called Maybury, and as I said, I can't prove it, but it was something about him that just clicked with me. And thinking, well, you know, could be it. They did say once the murders were finished, they always say with a psychopath, they usually pass. They usually they kill themselves or they pass with natural causes or so forth. So, and that's what they do say about anyone like that. That's what the girl said. And this Maybury actually passed about a month after the killings had stopped. So, but the interesting thing was, it wasn't just about Jack the Ripper, how he did things. It was more about, as she said, about the females and their history behind that. And really, 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 really sad history. These people, some of them, or most of them, were married at first, and they developed a drinking habit. Now, in the 1800s, if you had a drinking habit, it was your husband could divorce you, basically. It was grounds for divorce. So if it was frowned upon, and if you didn't shape up, you had to ship out. So that was, and Catherine Eddowes, unfortunately, she did marry someone. No, actually, I think it was another lady. But her husband died, and you know, she was forced to work the streets. There were times where they said they couldn't find a room, so they would buy, I think it was 2 shillings or £2 or whatever, and they would actually go into this room, and there was a rope, and you would actually put yourself over the rope to go to sleep. That was your bed for the night. And there was actually photos of watching these people do that. It was just horrific, the conditions. And they were saying in that day, you know, the government and the the palace, well, they they believed if you were poor, it was against, what was it, Darren?
No idea.
If you were poor, it was because you're poor, because you've made yourself poor. Basically, it was illegal to be poor. So they wouldn't even look after these people. Not until Jack the Ripper came along, and then they changed their minds. So funny that. But if you do get to come here, it's massive over here, especially the 31st of August. They say they get lots and lots and lots of people there, because that's when the killing spree started. But, you know, well worth it. And yeah.
You don't need to do the tour now because you just got the whole lot in 5 seconds. So thanks, Jude, for the Jack the Ripper tour in London. So anyway, I'll put some photos that I've taken over the last couple of days and a short little video stint of Portobello Road that I did manage to get, and you'll see just how damn busy it was. So we were getting smacked around a fair bit, so we just kept walking until it ended, and then we caught an Uber back to the hotel. So thanks for watching again, guys. We are literally only a few subscribers away from being able to do YouTube live videos, which will be pretty damn good if we can get there. So while we're doing the tour, and particularly later on when we do the 7-day self-driving tour through the Highlands, we will be able to do some YouTube live videos while we're actually driving through the Highlands. So anyway, thanks for watching again, and enjoy the little stint of the video and some photos after this. Thanks, guys.